welcome back to Love and Romance Tarot Readings. I'm excited for today's pick a card. Today we're tapping into your crush, your person, the person on your mind, the person you're manifesting, connecting with at this time, feeling their energy. We're tapping into that person today. We're going to see their next moves, their love offer, their thoughts, their feelings. Where will the connection go? We're going to get as much as we possibly can. So that is our topic today. My Etsy shop is in the description if you would like your own private tarot reading or any of my other magical offerings. That is where you can find me. And other than that, you can go ahead and pause the video if you need more time with the piles. You can always pick more than one pile as well for all of my readings. For group one, we have the green zebra stone, and we'll be using the Gilded Tarot. For group two, we have the Sodalite crystal, and we will be using the Influence of the Angels Tarot. For group three, we have the, now I'm blanking on what this is, Purple Flash Labradorite. And we'll be using the Last Unicorn Tarot. And for group four, we have the Alligator Stone. And we'll be using the Kitten Tarot. So go ahead, pause the video if you need more time with the piles, and we're just going to jump right into it. Alright, if you chose group one with the green zebra stone and the Gilded Tarot, this is your reading, tapping in to see your crush, your person on your mind, in your energy, their next moves, love offer, thoughts, feelings, where will it go, all of that, spirit, for group one. With the green zebra stone, please show us their person, their thoughts, their feelings. What are they thinking? What are they feeling about group one right now? So right away we have the expectation card that came out. So it appears that this person is in a state of anticipation when it comes to you. We have opening up that flipped over as well, so perhaps they are expecting to open up to you. This could be an indicator that this person feels a connection. This could be an indicator that this person is interested, of course. If this is someone you've dealt with for weeks or months or years, this could be them expecting communication to happen between the two of you soon due to how things typically go between the two of you. Expectation, it says, I want it to be just you and me. I don't want to disappoint you. I know that you have a lot of expectations for me, and I am trying to stand up to that. At times, I feel far away from you and that I'm afraid to let you down or disappoint you. So the card is actually indicating more of them knowing your expectations here as well. So this person, tapping into their energy, they seem to be aware of what you're looking for. Perhaps they were coming across as aloof, or they were coming across as confused or distant. You got a weird energy from them. It seems like they're coming to now. It seems like they're present in their body, in their feelings, and they're putting meaning to what they've been feeling lately when it comes to you. We have opening up. It says, I'm getting ready to say what's in my heart. I know this is love. It's true, unconditional, and everlasting. I want you to know that I'm trying to open up. It's hard for me and to put my feelings for you into words, but I know that I have to do this and you need to hear them. So yeah, this is feeling to me like someone who's been in your energy for a while, and perhaps you started off as friends or coworkers. Maybe you started off in the same industry or some other connection that isn't romantic. It feels like this started off as something else, like, okay, this is someone I know through a friend group or someone I know as a coworker. Like, it seemed like, you know, there was kind of just this ambiguity as far as where things would go. If you did so happen to meet them under romantic circumstances, I feel like this person was kind of like, not blasé, but just a bit, I don't know, whatever is going to come, but whatever comes, you know, we'll see and we'll adjust at that time. It kind of seemed like they had that personality or that energy. So now they're shifting into more of a romantic view when it comes to you and honoring their romantic feelings. It didn't feel like they were always doing that. Spirit. Ooh. So we have divine timing and passion. See, that's another thing. Everyone's on their own personal path. I always give people the benefit of the doubt because you don't know where spirit is calling their energy. So with divine timing coming in, divine timing in itself says the universe honors this connection. The universe respects this connection, wants to support this connection. The universe isn't going to align you with someone for no reason. So the fact that there's divine timing it tells you so much. So that's one. But for two, perhaps they really were kind of engulfed in something else, whether that's making something for themselves or figuring themselves out personally, going through healing from a past relationship. It's like they didn't want to bring that to your doorstep, which is really good. It's a blessing because take it from someone who reads a lot of energies. There are plenty of people out there who would just absolutely allow you to throw your back out, working through their problems for them while they kind of sit back. So when you come across someone who's willing to do it themselves, doesn't want to dirty your pretty little hands, you know, worrying about their stuff, that is a sign of good character. Divine timing, it says we are on a journey of divine timing. It will manifest into the physical world at the right time. All we have to do is trust and have faith that it will work out beautifully. So they're surrendering to spirit. They're saying, okay, in the beginning, I didn't see this as romantic, or I didn't expect this to turn into something more. But now I'm allowing the universe to kind of move in this situation. I'm not being so intentional, like this is what I have to have in life, or this is what romance has to look like for me. But I'm allowing the universe to kind of show me how good it can get. I'm allowing the universe to show me what I need or what's meant for me. Fine, I'll let the universe do that. So I can see some surrender in your person's energy for sure. Some surrender specifically when it comes to you and their path. Passion, it says the heart is rising between us, or sorry, it says the heat. The heat is rising between us. The intensity of my desire for you. I want you. I want body, mind, and soul connection with you. We will be one. Unlike anything we've experienced before, I have a lot of passion for you. You're a passionate and magnetic person as well. I feel drawn to you. So I feel the tension rising, the passion rising, tapping into their energy. They feel like they're really starting to surrender. It's looking good so far. Spirit, what are their intentions? What are their thoughts and feelings? What are their intentions? Depending on their personality, they may have a little bite when they're kind of backed into a corner. I can feel that. I feel like this person, they're growing. The passion in them is growing for you, but they've definitely always had that passion. It may have just been channeled in a different way. Maybe a way that was a bit, ooh, this person can be a little tough, or they can be a bit rough around the edges, or they can be kind of mean. We have... wait a minute, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. Isn't that enough? So as we go deeper into how they're feeling, their intentions, they definitely intend to handle the spiritual quest that spirit has given them. I feel like they're being called in this time to heal from a past relationship so they can align with you, or whatever their path is that has shaped the divine timing. Spirit is definitely on their back. So I feel like giving them empathy can really help. This does feel like a person who's going through kind of silent battles. I feel like they don't like to show what they're going through. They definitely like to keep up appearances, like to appear like, you know, things are fine, or kind of keep people at arm's length when it comes to what they're going through and their processing. We have, I don't believe someone like you would give someone like me a chance, not in my wildest dreams. So this person, a part of the struggle, a part of them resisting moving forward with you or surrendering to you has been shaped by how they feel about you. They feel like you're a bit out of their league, maybe on a different level than them, maybe more attractive than them. They don't feel like they exactly match up to you aesthetically. They kind of question why you like them to a degree. They feel like you're out of their league. They're a bit confused by that, by why you want them when they're not at their peak. Or, you know, when they're like, say there's an age gap, this person is older than you. It's like, don't you want someone hot? You know, don't you want someone around your demographic who, you know, can give you all of the fun experiences that boyfriends and girlfriends give each other on social media? Don't you want that? Like, I'm born, you know, for example, it's like that. Like, they kind of still feel in shock to a degree that you even like them like that. We have, you feel so familiar to me. Maybe we've met in my dreams. You're like a dream come true. You feel like home. I'm loving these vibes and I want more. So I feel like this person teeters. They go between feeling empowered and hopeful and feeling overwhelmed by the journey. So it's kind of like slow but steady wins the race with this one. They feel overwhelmed when they feel pressured. I would honestly avoid certain conversations with this person or pressure as to not have them lash out in any way. All right. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. It says, why aren't you reading my mind? We have a connection. I can feel it. You should be able to know what I'm thinking and what I want without me saying anything. So if you have presented yourself to be spiritual to any capacity to this person, I feel like they took that like so literally, where now they're expecting everything to kind of work out, you know, perfectly by the universe. A lot of people have that belief, like if I do the right thing, or if I, you know, go follow a certain religion or a certain spiritual path, I should get everything the universe has to offer. But it still doesn't work out that way, and people get disappointed and then they doubt themselves and so on and so forth. So I feel like they have a bit of an unrealistic view of you or your power or spirituality in general. It's like they kind of feel like, okay, you can recognize our connection, so it should just go perfectly. I don't feel like they realize at all times that they have to put an effort for things to go a certain way. We have, I'm going through a lot right now and I can't be there for you how I want to. I'm sorry. So yeah, they're getting ate up by the universe, straight up. They're getting ate up by the universe. They're on their own path that I feel like you aren't even completely aware about. I don't feel like they share it for sure. There's a lot of details not being told, and I can see that with the divine time energy, that there's definitely something else going on. And then we have this wild card. It says, yes, my ex is my best friend. There's nothing wrong with talking on the phone and meeting up for lunch or drinks with my good old pal. So honestly, this is just a hot mess. You know, this person, I feel like there's multiple cycles closing at the same time. They're just coming to the realization of this connection with you. They feel drawn to you, they feel passion towards you, but there's all these other cycles that are, you know, closing at the same time. Perhaps a cycle with an ex, maybe they're trying to do the friend thing, maybe that door is still halfway open, you know, something else going on, like some emotional processing or maybe some financial stuff kind of jerking them about a bit as well. Spirit, where will it go? What do they want from this? Where will this connection go? We got Hermit, we got the Strength card, we got the Knight of Swords reversed and Temperance reversed. So with the Hermit and the Strength card here, I feel like this person is taking a break. We got the Magician reversed as well at the bottom of the deck. So it kind of looks like they're in a non-action oriented mode. It could be because of the spirituality piece, them feeling like things should come together because spirit has a part in it, or you're aware of the connection as well. It's kind of like they're using that for insurance to kind of lay back at this time. Maybe they really do need a break, because I can definitely see they're going through something. But they do seem to be kind of stagnant now. We got the Knight of Swords reversed and the Temperance card reversed. It wouldn't hurt to do a road opener on this situation, or to clear stuck and stagnant energy on this situation. I have spell work on my Etsy shop. If you're, a magical kind of person, definitely do that on your end, because when people get tuckered out from the fight, sometimes it can be hard to get them back up. Spirit, what else can you tell us? Where will this go? You may be seeing some repeating 8s here, 808, 818, 888. We have the 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups, maybe 8s with other combinations of numbers like 824, 816, etc. 8 of Swords and the 8 of Cups here. I feel like this person is closing cycles with whatever is holding them back. They're definitely going through a completion process. 8 of Cups is a card of walking away from a romantic connection that's not serving them. And with the 8 of Swords, that being a card of something that holds you back, something that has you enchained, has you trapped. It definitely feels like letting go of the past. I feel like right now they're feeling good. I feel like they've talked to their ex recently, or someone who has negatively affected them recently. It could even be like parents. It could be them making peace with an old career, or feeling lied to by the system. Maybe they spent 8 years in school for a career that they despise, and now they're starting a new path and they're kind of back at square one. That could be a tough pill to swallow, that not a lot of people talk about. When you go to school so long for something that you don't even use that degree for, you don't have any actual passion. I feel like this person is at a crossroads in life, and divine timing is at play. So what I can tell you for sure, with divine timing here, I feel like there is a purpose between you and this person meeting and connecting in the first place. And that's also insurance, because that means that spirit is going to help lead you together, so you don't have to do so much. You don't have to chase after it, go for it. It'll just kind of happen in its own. And I would allow that. Tapping into their energy, like I said, it wouldn't hurt. That's why we do magic, so that once we see the outcome, we can change it, so it can bend to our will and what we would prefer from the situation, so we can get our desired outcome. But even if you just allow this situation to kind of unfold naturally, I feel like it will come to pass where you and them get your romantic chance. Will it be at this person's hands? Not guaranteed, but also not impossible. Right now, they're looking like they just got yoinked by the universe, and they're trying to recover. It's like, let them get up, let them get up. They're trying to get up after getting absolutely yanked and yoinked. So when it comes to them taking action soon, maybe a message towards you, maybe communication, but I feel like that would be most. I feel like they're tired. I don't feel like they have the energy to actually start a connection with you themselves soon. But soon could be 6 months, not forever. We got the Sun card, the 6 of Cups reversed, and the High Priestess. I feel like internally what's going to happen with this situation. And also with the Sun card, I feel like you may have already gotten an illumination. You may pull your own cards. You may have strong intuition yourself. The Sun card with the High Priestess is kind of like you already know. You may have this sense of peace about this situation now, where it's like, you know what? Stay or go. 6 of Cups reverse. If we don't end up together, that won't be the worst thing ever. I trust in the universe as well. I trust in divine timing. I'm not going to force it. So it seems like some of you have come to a healthy space about this connection. If you had been trying, oh my goodness, we literally got divine timing from another deck. As soon as I switched decks. Divine timing here again, it says, be patient while things are unfolding. This connection is worth the wait. Yeah, that's what I see happening with this situation. Where will it go? I see you getting your opportunity to be with this person romantically, and it's happening through divine timing. This person, I would say the passion is rising within them. That's the thing about passion. It's just like pure energy. So if they get inspired one day to reach out or to make something happen, that could always happen. They have a random burst of energy and it just clicks. But other than that, I feel like it'll really be the universe bringing you together through external circumstances and also through moving through the both of you. We have deception. It says someone is wearing a mask in this relationship. So I would also say make sure you're being authentic. So this person doesn't have to question whether or not this is real, and vice versa. That's going to be something that they're going to be challenged to work through as well. Being authentic, not putting on a mask because they have a lot going on, but opening up and sharing. This person could be masking for sure. I've seen some of that in the beginning of the spread with how they kind of handle their emotions and what they're going through, how they like to kind of keep it more to themselves. They don't really like to share. They could be the kind of person where it's like, okay, if you can't solve the problem completely, then I'm not going to talk about it because it's pointless. Ugh. That brings back some memories. I have dated someone like that, and it is frustrating because you just want to hold space for them. But it could be a situation like that. We have unbreakable love. It says this person has genuine love for you and you can overcome any issues that may arise. So tapping in consistently, I feel like the universe has faith in this connection working out. Your spirit guides have faith in this connection working out. And at this point, it's looking like it's more a matter of surrender and just allowing things to happen for you, allowing things to come to you. We have the lone path, mischances, and fool's gamble. The lone path says needing to take time out or being alone at this time. So there may be some other things that spirit is bringing into your life at this time, and you may be going through a bunch of other things in other areas of your life, like career or friendships or family, etc., and using this as an escape. But when you do that, it's kind of frustrating because this connection isn't in a perfect space. So I feel like spirit is guiding both of you to go through your own stuff right now and work through that stuff, handle that stuff, and you'll be both brought together as your paths are mirroring each other. Miss Chances says, don't have regrets, cherish your moments together. So spirit's like, listen, I have a plan for you. You don't need to plan for the future with this person. I have a plan for the both of you. Divine surrender coming in super strong now. The Fool's Gamble, it says, be aware of deceit or tricksters as risky paths can lead to your downfall. So I also wouldn't be jumping into any new connections without really getting to know them and taking your time. And that's what I got with this person. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 2 with the Sodalite Crystal Point and the influence of the Angels Tarot, this is your reading. We got the 2 of Pentacles and the 3 of Cups as we cut the deck here. Definitely an energy of things kind of alchemizing and finding their place. So I feel like things are going to start to get more clear in this connection. Spirit for group 2 with the Sodalite. Please show us their crush, their person. What are their thoughts and feelings at this time? Wow, so we got Divine Timing and Time Apart came out as the first 2 cards out for you. So time being a theme in this reading for sure. There's an energy of time being a factor. Yeah, we got the Changing card that just came out as well, giving us that alchemizing energy. So let's see. Time apart, it says this time apart is giving both of us an opportunity to work on ourselves and to become the best version of ourselves. I need to retreat a bit until I get over what is bothering me. I don't want you to see me like this. I am protecting you from my dark, shadowy side. So this person is going through it quite a bit. With divine timing here, it seems like the universe is leading you guys to work through certain things, and this will likely benefit your connection. That's what happens when you're coming into alignment with someone. Other things start coming up, things that need to be dealt with, so it doesn't hinder you being able to grow with said person. Divine timing says we are on the journey of divine timing. In the soul plane, it will manifest into the physical world in perfect divine timing. All we have to do is trust and have faith that it will work out beautifully. So with what they're going through, honestly, this may be a pattern with this person. They may struggle with low vibrational periods in their life where they have to climb themselves out. And I do feel like they've done this before. This person, I can feel them being a little bit worried about being in a romantic connection. It feels like, can another person allow me to go through my process, or will they find it concerning? Will they try to help? Can they just be chill as I'm alchemizing? I'm picking up on that kind of energy here. We have the changing card. It says, I'm working hard to change and to face all that I've been avoiding for so long. So perhaps this person is avoidant to some capacity. Good to see that they're aware of that. It says, I know I need to do more, but I feel exhausted and tired. Your love inspires me to make the necessary changes in my life. So perhaps this person is changing, and the part of them that's changing is the part of them that holds back so much when they're going through things. Maybe they're changing to allow someone in, to allow someone to know what they're going through, to communicate what they're going through, or to go through their process in a different kind of way. We have twin flame signs and intensity. Listen, it wouldn't surprise me, twin flame signs, because with divine timing, Spirit leads us together to soulmates, twin flames, karmic connections. Spirit leads us to connections that are significant. Otherwise, it's a matter of free will. So I could absolutely see this being a twin flame connection. Twin flame says, as your twin flame, I mirror what you're going through. Notice how we are very similar and we share the same vision. There is a connection between us that cannot be denied. We have to work on ourselves to be together. Look out for the signs I'm sending. It's me. So it seems like they're sending you signs and signals, a lot of soul plane energy here, where it's like there may be communication on other levels in other ways, psychic communication. There could be dreams going on when it comes to this person. You're likely experiencing them in other forms as well, whether you've picked up on it quite yet. There's definitely an energy here of you connecting in alternative ways. And then we have intensity. It says, my feelings for you overwhelm me sometimes. Please reassure me by taking things slowly and patiently. This will help me feel more comfortable with the changes that are happening. So yeah, you know, I just heard, you give them an inch, they take a mile. This person may feel like that at times, like they open up to you a little bit, and then perhaps you try to push them next time, and it's like, dang. Now, last time I opened up naturally, that's how I was able to open up. But I give you an inch, I open up to you, and then it feels like I always have to now. So try not to pressure this person on opening up. Try to let them go through their own process. Because that's when they start to feel overwhelmed. That's when they start to feel like, okay, I need to take a step back. We need to, you know, spend time apart. Maybe I should just focus on me. I feel like that could even just trigger unconsciously without them saying, okay, I need to take time apart. I feel like that can just trigger unconsciously them focusing on other things. They may always start hanging out with friends all of a sudden, or always start going to the gym, focusing on career, whatever else they have going on in their life. Spirit, what are their intentions? Okay, so it looks like they have their reservations, but they are pushing through them. It's looking like they want to lock it down. The first card here, it says, I might come on too strong, but that's just because I want to lock you down before someone else does. You are mine. So at times this person may display, some signs of toxic masculinity. I also feel like this person may not be very good at all with jealousy. If you make them feel jealous, they may harbor resentment. They may hold on to that for a long time, and they may even do a silent tit for tat with you a little bit. To honestly tapping in, I feel like they may have those tendencies. The second one, it says, I'm nervous right now, but I'm going to do it anyways. I mean, how else will you know how I feel? So they are pushing themselves and going out of their way to work through it. They want it to work. And sometimes they feel reserved. Sometimes I feel like this person also doesn't like being embarrassed. So if they end up feeling that you could be with someone else or that you want to be with someone else, that may trigger them. We have, I'm not letting you go. I don't care if you want to give this up and walk away. I'm fighting for this. You belong to me. This person seems very possessive over you, group 2. They want to claim you. They want you to be theirs and only theirs. They don't want you to talk to anyone else. They don't want you to be with anyone else. They want you to be theirs completely. So I do see them doing whatever is necessary to keep you for sure. If that means giving this a title, that's what they're going to do. If that means reaching a higher level of commitment, that's what they're going to do, because I do not see them letting go anytime soon. I don't even see that they want to let go. The next one says, I want to please you in any way I can. Pleasing you would make me the happiest person in the world. So they do want you to be happy with them. I feel like there may be a little bit of a struggle, maybe financially, or maybe with, it feels like there's two different aesthetics here. They could be someone who's a very simple foundational kind of person. I only need the bare bones, the bare minimum. I don't need very much. You could be lavish, luxury. I like luxury experiences. I want to go to brunch. I want to be well fed. I want nice experiences. I feel like they struggle a little bit to please you in that way as well, because it kind of feels like they're not that kind of person who needs all of that. So they may not even naturally think of what would really make you happy. Every time they try to make you happy, it may seem like almost childish what they kind of bring, because they just don't read you. And I feel like that's not even about them reading you. It's just about them not coming from a similar lifestyle. I'm picking up on a little bit of that. So it's going to take some time for you guys to learn each other. But they seem very determined. Okay, we have, you just make me weak. I can't seem to pull myself together when I'm around you. The words just disappear. So this person may go awkward. They may go nonverbal. Oh no. When they're around you, and you may feel the same way when you're around them, you may go nonverbal as well. It says, my heart races and I turn into mush. So that could make them a bit uncomfortable, especially if it's easy peasy lemon squeezy around everybody else. And, they're typically the kind of the cool person in the room. They're not used to someone giving them this type of intensity, this type of pressure, this type of feeling. So they're working through their feelings. We have, I don't believe someone like you would give someone like me a chance, not in my wildest dreams. So yeah, there could definitely be some self-concept stuff this person is going through. I do feel like there's some doubt on a 3D level where it's like, will I be able to make group 2 happy because of what they like in this life? They're trying to learn you. I feel like they even research things that have to do with you when you're not around them. And next time you speak to them, it's like the first time you speak to them about something, they may not know anything about it. They may not have anything to say. And then the next time you speak to them about the same thing, it seems like they know all these new things. Yeah, definitely they care a lot more than they present themselves to. And they definitely do their research to try to be compatible with you. All right, Spirit, where is this connection going to go? What are their intentions, their next moves? Where will it go? What are their intentions and their next moves? So they're humbling themselves. We have the Strength card reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed. That's also an energy of them untangling themselves. So if there is some past anything that has happened that has affected them as a person being able to show up romantically, they are nipping that in the bud. We have the Emperor. That's like bossing up and handling it. Whatever has Strength card reverse hurt them, or Nine of Swords reverse kept them up at night, whether it's, you know, someone passing or a relationship ending or them not having the life path that they expected or getting hurt at a certain point, whatever it is, they're handling that Emperor card because that's the only way they're going to be able to move forward, whether that's with you or someone else. So it's kind of like, well, Spirit's showing you have a really good reason to work through this stuff now. They intend to work through that. Seven of Pentacles reverse. They're not going to create a foundation with you on some shaky, weak, sandy soil. They're taking their time. Knight of Pentacles. See? Ooh, and the King of Pentacles. We love to see that. That is progression. Yeah, it's like they don't want you. I was just saying that to group one. They don't want you to get your pretty little hands dirty with their drama or their trauma or whatever they have going on. But we have the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. That is progression. Pentacles makes it even better. They're working up to a point where they now have, the King of Pentacles has this huge pentacle in their hand, something to offer you. Things that benefit you. Pentacles is earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus energy. This could be what you value, what you require, or this could be their energy, focusing on their stability, or even like their actual sign, zodiac sign, or their Venus sign in their chart. Making it all about growth and evolution and actually having something to offer. But that's progression. So they're working on themselves. It is the slowest moving Pentacles in the tarot, but also the longest lasting. That could be a forever offer. King of Pentacles, them offering you marriage. That could also be offering them to provide for you or take care of you. That could be them choosing you as their life partner and wanting to live with you, wanting to start a life with you or a family even with you. And we got these repeating sevens. You may be seeing 707, 717, different combinations with sevens. We got the Seven of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, both of them showing up reversed, with the Three of Swords reversed here as well. They're not putting their burden on your shoulders, even if you're willing to take it. And honestly, I would get out of that habit, group two, of being willing to take on everyone else's burdens. There's always someone around you willing to give you their burden. So I would question why you would take on this person's burden, but not the next person, because that could be a leak in your energy. When you like someone, you're much more likely to do things that you shouldn't. So when you have like a family member that you know that constantly messes up in life, it's like, no, I'm not taking on your burdens, even though you're more than willing to give them to me. But when this hot glass of, you know, whatever you've been looking for comes up and they got burdens, oh, you're so willing to take them, that's a leak in your energy. You may have a soft spot that puts you in a compromising position for romance or for romantic partners. So that could be something it would be helpful to be aware of if it has trapped you in cycles with, you know, energy vamps in the past. I would say don't make exceptions for people even when you really like them. You know, stick to your, what you know, stick to your standards. But I do actually see things coming together with this person. They're really working on themselves. We got so much pentacle energy. I love to see it. We have the Eight of Pentacles and we have the Four of Pentacles. So Four of Pentacles is waiting out for divine timing. I do see this person offering you a long-term love offer. This person is looking for either marriage or life partnership, or moving in together, a serious investment, a serious commitment. Eight of Pentacles is an energy of working on your craft. So what they could be focusing on right now is like making more money or settling into a career that's going to lead to longevity. It could also be them trying to figure out where they're going to move physically or where they're going to be in the next 5 years. I see them strategizing. I see them making a plan, bettering themselves, 9 of Cups, and the Tower reverse. So once they're all good and ready, they're coming at you with a love offer that is so, so worthy. Not Tower card reverse drama, but they're coming to you with a 9 of Cups. I believe in you. I believe in myself. I believe in this connection. And I feel like it'll be well worth the wait. Spirit, what else can you tell us for group 2? We got the soulmate card. Oh, yeah. So we have take your power back and boundaries, tapping into this person's energy. I don't feel like they want help on this healing journey or whatever process they're going through. Take back your power says you may be giving someone control over how you feel. Happiness should depend on you. So taking back your power would greatly help you kind of get to the other end of this process, of this journey unscathed without feeling resentment towards them. Because it seems like they're locked in with the universe. They're like, all right, I got to work through this and this and this. I can see Spirit keeps referring me here whenever I try to distract myself or have fun or live life or meet someone new or, you know, dissociate and do this and this and that. Spirit keeps bringing me back to the point of origin, this healing that needs to happen or whatever it is. So let me just go ahead and do that. So they've surrendered to the journey and they may even be putting up a wall. So it's better for you to honor their boundaries and take your power back. Boundaries says you need to teach people how to treat you by being clear on what you will and will not allow. So I would say don't let them speak to you any kind of way, but also make sure you're not pushing and trying to, you know, be the healing force. Let the healing force come in. Pay attention to the red flag. Says know the warning signs of an unhealthy connection and what that looks like. So things may get toxic when you push. So let them come to you. Soulmate says, yes, this person is your soulmate. This connection is sacred. Spirit giving us some divine confirmation at the end of the spread, okay? And then different paths, it says you're not on the same page with this person you have in mind. The directions you want to move in are different. So this person may be focused on healing where you're focused on connection, for an example. So I would just lean into the other areas in your life where Spirit is leading you at this time and allow this to come together through the universe perfectly, pain-free. Seems like pushing can just cause pain at this point. So it's like, all right. We have the dawn of recovery and prickly defenses. The dawn of recovery, it says, with each new beginning, embrace risk as a gateway to healing and renewal. For you, letting the connection go on its own may feel like a risk. So that may be the risk at this time, allowing things to potentially fall apart because it feels like that potential could be inspiring some fear and causing you to push, and that creates further, you know, experiences that are negative. So it's like reeling it back. We have prickly defenses. It says barriers caused by past hurts may block you. Be patient. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling Spirit kind of bringing your attention, maybe even back to an ex relationship or an ex, and you could be feeling like, yeah, why haven't these connections worked out? And I feel like Spirit is leading you into further understanding about that. And maybe the role you play, but really what other people need in their own healing process. And I feel like Spirit really wants you to focus on the journey of it all and how it isn't always together with each other exploring romance, but a lot of times it is, you know, healing and then spending the time, the free time that you do have with each other, enjoying the moment, and then allowing, you know, some separation again and some healing and focus on other areas in life, etc. Maybe releasing codependency is big for you right now. That's what I have for you, Group 2. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose Group 3 with the purple flash labradorite and the last unicorn tarot, this is your reading. Tapping into your crush, your person. will get everything. Their next moves, their thoughts, their feelings, where will it go? Their love offer, Spirit, for group 3 with the labradorite. Please show us their thoughts and feelings of their person. What are they thinking about group 3 right now? What are they feeling? So right away, picking up on an energy of them kind of working through some personal stuff, we have insecure and wait here. So it seems like things may be on pause as they're working through their own insecurities. So I would say if you're kind of noticing that, your intuition is spot on. So insecure, it says, you treat me better than I have been treated, and I know that you can give me everything. I really do want that, but I am also struggling with my fears. I feel like I'm not good enough for you, and it is my own insecurity holding me back. So I feel like your person has gotten to the root of their resistance. Strangely, the energy feels quite positive. I feel like this person, yeah, now Spirit is showing me like someone giving another person a kiss on the forehead as they're sleeping. So it just kind of represents like this softness and this adoration that they have for you. There's an energy here that's hopeful, even though they're working through their own insecurity. We have wait. It says, I haven't wanted to admit to myself how I really feel for you. It would mean stepping out of my comfort zone, but it's time. I know that it's taking me a while. I do know that what I want to do is right. Please wait for me. I will do things right between us when I come forward to you. So I feel like they're taking responsibility here on all levels. They're taking responsibility for their own insecurity, and they're taking responsibility to take action towards you even. So maybe you've taken some action that kind of puts the ball in their court. I feel like they recognize that. They recognize that you have made effort to do things on your end. So, you know, I feel like they do recognize, all right, if things are to move forward, it should be my doing. We have mine and soon. We like that, okay? We like that energy of them wanting to take action and them feeling that attraction here. Okay, so mine, it says, I want to take the path towards you. I am taking responsibility for my situation first. I'm coming forward to tell you how I feel. I know that I have what it takes to make you mine, and I'm ready for our new beginning. So they seem quite optimistic and hopeful that there is still hope for the two of you, that things can work out positively for you. Optimistic and hopeful that Spirit didn't lead you to each other for no reason. We have soon. It says, our reunion is imminent, and I am doing what I need to be ready for you. I'm working hard on myself to be a better provider for you. Ooh, that's the first time we've gotten something so specific. So perhaps this has to do with finance and wanting to provide. You could be someone who expects your partner to provide at least, you know, half. That's usually most common in the household, but they definitely want to provide more. So it seems like they may be recognizing how you have already put into, you know, so much into this connection, and they need to get on your level and match that energy, or they're wanting to make something of themselves and be with you in that way. They don't want you to have to be with someone who they don't, you know, feel like is worthy. We have, I can still hear your call, and I'm coming back to you. So you may be sending them messages in the ethers or spiritually or psychically. It says, it is my promise to you that soon we will reunite again. So if there has been some lapse in contact, or if they have seemed at a distance, I do see them bridging that gap and coming closer to you. And we have hold me. It says, things are not right in my world, and I am longing for your embrace today. Please send me your love so that I know everything will be okay. You know, as these cards are saying that kind of repeatedly, though, I would hold back with that, because I have seen it where people get addicted to the energy that you send them. It's a very real thing, and I have seen that cause people to kind of get comfortable, you know. So I would say, especially if your intention is progress at this time, I would say don't send them too many healing vibes, because it's good for them to heal, but they definitely need to stick to that, you know, I need to handle this myself energy, versus getting too comfortable with, you know, you always handling things. You don't want them to get used to that too much to where they start leaning on it. So Spirit, for group 3, what are their intentions? What do they want? What are they going to do? What do they intend to do? Ooh, they're watching you. They may be watching you on social media, or you may feel like you constantly catch them in your energy. Or like, say you work with this person, yeah, you may constantly feel like someone's watching you, or you may feel like you're catching this person looking at you at the corner of your eye. It seems like they want to move past the past in itself and start over fresh. We have, please forgive me. I was wrong for not fighting for our love. I didn't realize how much you meant to me before it was too late. So I feel like where they're recognizing where they've dragged their feet and where they've held back you and this connection, and it's kept both of you in this weird kind of pause energy where you don't know exactly what's going on. So it's looking like they primarily want to match your energy. We have, I know that I've hurt you in the past, but please forgive me. I know that I was wrong, and I promise to do better this time. So this person wants a second chance. It seems like for you, group 3, you may be on a break or in separation, or you haven't talked to this person. It seems like things are kind of cooling down. They definitely have a soft space for you in their heart, and they do want to try again. We have, sometimes in life, it's best not to take action when it comes to temptation, and to wait until we've cooled our passionate emotions down. So you may be the kind of person that is with all of the, you know, like dramatics, like, okay, it could be like Titanic, and you could still be wanting to press on forward and fight for your love. This person, I feel like they're recognizing their own limits, and they're not wanting to burden you with what could happen if they are pushed past their limits. I feel like they're recognizing how they may be hyped up, and it may not be a good thing for you guys to continue in that energy. So they're allowing things to cool down, and they're processing and thinking of, okay, why did we go in separation in the first place? This person could have some issues with obsession or anger or possession, and I feel like they're working through that, because it's like, yeah, I know you want to fight for our love, and you could be like the light polarity, whereas they're the dark polarity. So, you know, the light polarity is like, let's push through, let's work through it. The dark polarity is like, all right, push me, and it could get dark. Okay, it could get dark. So I feel like they have an awareness of themselves, and they're working through that stuff. We have, I watch you from afar. Maybe one day I will get up the nerve to approach you and tell you how I feel. So that's exactly what it looks like at this time, that they're working through their own stuff and taking their time and working themselves up to approach you in their own way, in their own time. We have, I'm so nervous right now, but I'm going to do it anyways. I mean, how else will you know how I feel? So this is what I see when it comes to what they want from this situation. They want a second chance for sure. They want to work through their stuff, their emotional stuff, or their past stuff, or their issues. They do want to work through that on their own though, but they want to work through it, and they want communication. They want communication, and they intend to verbally express to you how they're feeling and what they're planning. And that's how they intend to proceed. Spirit, for group 3, what are their next moves? What are their next moves towards group 3? What is their love offer? Okay. So it definitely seems like they want something more evolved. You know, but I also feel like as a person, this person cares about like personal integrity. And I feel like there are some very real things that kind of hold you two apart. So we got the Hermit with the 7 of Coins reversed, the 9 of Wands, the 4 of Wands. A lot of these are really good. 4 of Wands is marriage energy, so it does seem like they want to notice how, did I say the Hermit? I meant to say the Hierophant. Notice how the Hierophant is holding up a key here. They want to find the key to a long-lasting partnership with you. They want to find the key to perhaps even marriage with you, starting a life with you. We have the 6 of Wands. They do want to win. They want to succeed. They want to be happy. And they want happily ever after, but we have the Moon card here, so they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to get to a happy space with you. I feel like this could be a karmic for some of you, someone who you've dealt with for years, so you may be just at as much at a loss as this person is. For some of you, for those of you who haven't dealt with each other, you know, that long, it's kind of like, man, every time we reconnect, it seems like something happens where it's just like, then we disconnect again. Not always when it comes to communication, but it's just like, okay, we connect and then there's awkwardness. And it's like, how do we keep ending up in this space and how do we evolve past it already? They're at a loss of how to get their Moon card, but they do want 4 of Wands. They want a higher level of commitment or marriage or a life partnership. Seems like they're wanting something long lasting. We have the Queen of Cups reversed and the 7 of Coins reversed. I feel like this person may be low energy. Their insecurity or their problems in this life may overpower the energy that they have. It kind of feels like they feel like giving up, or they feel consumed, like overwhelmed by whatever is against them. And with the Queen of Cups reversed, it's like, I don't want to hurt you anymore, but it seems like no matter what I do, I end up hurting you. So I feel like this person may doubt whether you're too sensitive for them, or maybe they doubt if 9 of Wands, they're worthy of a romantic connection because they don't know how to handle. They don't know how to handle perhaps divine feminine or a gift. They don't know how to handle something softly. It feels like this person is a little bit obsessed with like character, and it just feels very, how can I describe this energy? Like, I don't know, like a drill sergeant a little bit. They could be very, very like intense about their beliefs or about how people are supposed to react. So I do feel like they have their doubts on whether you're compatible or on whether or not you can work. But Knight of Coins, here they are, still wanting to invest in this situation and still wanting it to work out. So I think what's between the two of you is time. Knight of Coins does take, you know, coins, it's the slowest moving in the tarot deck. It takes a while to manifest, but it is the longest lasting. So it feels like they're wanting to make you a love offer. 8 of Swords reversed, they have to untangle themselves first, and also they have to figure it out. They have to figure out, how can we connect without triggering each other? How can we connect without getting off track? So they are trying to figure that out. We have the 2 of Swords, the 3 of Cups, and the 3 of Coins. So perhaps it's about working with the higher power and coming at this spiritually. That's something I always recommend when you try and try and try and the 3D and it doesn't work. Do not forget that spiritual aspect, that spiritual way that you have to go after things. You always have that as an option. Three of Cups can be about celebration. It's also a card of destiny and the fates working with you, whereas Three of Coins is about working with your ancestors, your spirit team, higher power, angels, people. I have custom spell work on my Etsy shop. I can always hook you up and bring this together. But when you're just hitting a wall, hitting a wall, hitting a wall in the 3D, here comes Spirit to remind you, Two of Swords, maybe it's not all your burden, and it's best to leave this to the higher power at this time. I have been getting a repeating theme of divine timing throughout this reading, so I do feel like that's a collective energy at this point. Oh, I'm just now realizing at some point the Two of Cups flew out of frame. But yeah, I have been getting that as a collective energy at this point. So maybe we're all being called to surrender. And Two of Cups, when it's meant to be, when it's a soulmate connection, when Spirit has led you towards someone, you know, you can't fail when you're working with the higher power. So I feel like that's where we're all being called at this time, to allow Spirit to guide us as we're going through difficult astrology, to guide us as we're going through different transits and different phases in life. Yeah, I didn't even go hold you. This one is definitely accurate. Yeah. Oh, wow. We have the engagement card. So there's so much potential in this connection. We have reconciliation and engagement. Reconciliation says someone from your past will be returning to your life soon. Engagement says your love life is soon ascending to a higher level of commitment. Exactly like that Four of Wands that we had before. They want to ascend to a higher level of commitment. They want more than what's between you now, for sure. And they're coming towards you to get that. We have open your eyes and difficulties here. So I feel like this is a piece that you can't ignore. I feel like if you can't accept it, if you can't accept this person for who they are, I feel like you'll have an easier time dealing with them, because once you accept who they are, you immediately kind of go into, okay, this is how they need to be communicated with, or this is how they are. Let me adjust to, you know, this and this. But if it's a boundary, if it's a harsh no, that needs to be communicated and worked through. We have open your eyes. It says if someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. I remember getting a bit of a drill sergeant energy at some point for them in this reading. So I would definitely say that it's time for acceptance. Like, you know, people can grow to compromise, but they will never lose their, like, essence completely. So to a degree, they'll always kind of be a bit rough around the edges. Difficulty says jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. It doesn't always have to be external, though. I feel like your whatever your struggles are with this person are likely between the two of you and internal. I haven't gotten anything here that would lead us to like some sort of third party or something like that. There's cards in the first deck that have to do with another person being in the picture. None of those came out either. And there's cards in this deck, so I feel like we would have got that if that was the case. It's looking more internal or interpersonal, like between the two of you, that your struggles are. We have balance. It says there needs to be a healthy balance of physical, emotional, and spiritual intimacy for the relationship to be sustainable. So if you've been really going hard on the physical, and, you know, hitting a wall in the emotional, then that leads us back to what Spirit was telling us a minute ago, going back to the spiritual and making sure you're coming at the situation from all sides so you can have the best chance of progress and getting your desired outcome. Spirit, what else can you tell us? We have whirlwind and missed chances. Whirlwind says don't get caught up in the drama, choose peace. So yeah, I don't feel like you guys are meant to work through your problems with each other. I feel like you're meant to work through your problems as Spirit is leading the both of you to opportunities to do so. I just saw 333. And come back to each other and be your safe space for each other is more what the path looks like. Missed chances says do not have regrets, cherish your moments together. So I wouldn't try to focus on any specific outcome. I would allow the universe to kind of bring things together, especially with that Three of Cups, Three of Coins combo. Spirit definitely has a plan. Did we get divine timing at a certain point? I think that was group 2. But there were some elements here leading to kind of spirit leading this together, so I would allow that to happen. That's what I got for you, group 3. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I have for you today. I'll talk to you soon. All right, if you chose group 4 with the, I think I called it alligator stone, but it's crocodile stone. I think I called it alligator in the intro, but if you chose group 4, okay, with the kitten tarot and the green stone, this is your reading. Tapping into your crush or person, their next moves, their love offer, thoughts and feelings, where will it go? We'll get all of that, Spirit, for group 4. Please show us their person, their crush, their person and their energy, their thoughts and feelings. What is on their mind? What are they thinking and feeling regarding group 4? Okay. I feel like this person is going to open up to you, and I feel like they're going to surprise you with how they open up to you and how their energy has drastically changed. So we have insecure and doubt. Right away, picking up, I don't feel like this person is really big on magical thinking. I don't feel like they're really big on even like letting the universe kind of show them how good things can be. I feel like this person is a realist. Yeah, it feels like they're very much so grounded in reality, and they kind of come up with their own beliefs, etc., versus being led or looking at things in a spiritual kind of way. So insecure, it says, you treat me better than I've ever been treated, and I know that you can give me everything. I really do want to, or sorry, it says I really do want that, but I am struggling with my fears. I feel like I'm not good enough for you. It's my own insecurity holding me back. Now, what I really love is this person acknowledging that it's their insecurity holding them back. That is a great start. We have the doubt card. It says, please stop doubting our connection. I can sense it, and it's making me doubt it too. Just have faith and know that I will reach out to you when the divine timing is right. Trust the process, my love. Everything will work out beautifully. So I feel like due to their own insecurity, they've had doubt for sure. But I also feel like they bounce off you energetically. And when you give them vibes that you're second guessing things, or it could be just the slightest difference in the way that you look at them, it makes them feel doubt of even their own action, like, can we get through XYZ? So say they were rude to you, they were in a bad mood, they were rude to you. That slight change in the look that you give them makes them feel like, dang, am I a monster? Can we get through the things that I've said or the things that I've done? So I would say if you want to anchor in more trust in this connection, or if you want to keep things at bay energetically so that they don't go too far and this person doesn't start to really doubt, you know, whether or not you're still in this, I would try to show up in an optimistic energy where you're hopeful that things can kind of work out. This person has been working on themselves. We have opening up, striving, and surprise. So it seems like they've been working on themselves, they've been striving, and they're going to bless you with some sort of romantic gift. Opening up says, I am getting ready to say what's in my heart. So it looks like that gift will be a confession and a desire from them to move forward. It says, I know that this is love. It is a true, unconditional, everlasting kind of love. I want you to know that I am trying to open up. It's hard for me to put my feelings for you into words, but I know that I have to do this, and I know that you need to hear them. So this person knows what is required of them at this point. They know what is needed. I feel like you've been patient. I feel like you have tried or put the ball in their court by, you know, showing them, I don't bite, it's going to be okay. I'm still here even after XYZ. So I feel like slowly but surely you guys are working towards a higher level of commitment. Strive, it says, I have grown up since our last encounter. I have been working on myself to be a better person that you can be proud of. So group 4, tapping into their energy. They've been working on themselves. If there has been separation, for some of you, it hasn't been complete separation. It's been more distance. Like, say you work with this person and you work in close quarters. Maybe you've been speaking less versus there being like actual separation, like you're not seeing each other or with each other to any capacity. But I do see them closing that gap with that distance and communicating their feelings. We have the surprise card. It says, get ready to receive something special soon that expresses how I feel about you. This gift could come in any form, physical or spiritual, and it will bring us closer. This is a romantic gesture. 3D communication or telepathic communication that is on its way to you. So I feel like this person is even leading into the spiritual aspect of the connection. They could have had something that kind of synchronistically like popped up on their timeline. Like I'm seeing someone scroll on TikTok and it feels like a video they're seeing is like how to connect with someone before bed in less than 30 seconds. They could have some sort of video like that pop up and try it. And that night you receive a dream with all the things that they whispered before going to sleep that they wanted you to know. It could be like that. It could be like this person going out of their way to communicate to you. And the 3D, especially if that's easier, like if you do work together or see each other often, that would make more sense. But I do see communication being a big thing, something that they're really wanting to express. All right, Spirit, show us their intentions. What are their intentions? What do they want from this connection? What are their intentions here? What do they want from this? They really want to better themselves, heavy on the striving energy. I feel like this person goes back and forth, and I also feel like, yeah, I'm starting to feel like the insecurity may have to do with their financial situation, because I feel like they're so triggered about it. I may not have accomplished all that you have, or I may not be able to afford what you can, but I can give you all the love you need sincerely. So I do feel like this person is hoping that their love can be enough because, you know, not everyone gets blessed by the universe financially. That's just the reality of it. I'm noticing like not everyone gets financial blessings. We all get different blessings. Some people get the blessing of a beautiful home. Some people get the blessing of romantic love. Some people get the blessing of financial stability. And there's so many forms of blessings. Not every single one of them is financial. I'm starting to feel like they're feeling really triggered by this versus anything. And Spirit keeps showing me Tatcha. I don't even use Tatcha skincare. Spirit is showing me Tatcha. So for like one person, this person saw that Tatcha skincare that you had and was hella triggered because there is no other reason for Tatcha to show up in my mind's eye. I'm seeing like a small purple jar. I don't even know what product that is. I have no idea. So you may have some expensive skincare or some Tatcha that this person's seen and they had Googled it and child, it was like $100. I can't afford $100. So I need to get my stuff together. I'm really trying here. I just doubt that I'll be able to do it in time. I feel like the main thing here for you, group 4, that this person is struggling with is their financial situation. And I feel like that is what makes them afraid of getting married, to be frank. Does that mean I'm going to have to provide the Tatcha skincare? Does that mean I'm going to have to provide the luxury experiences? I mean, it's so true. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments because, you know, that's an area I can really resonate with someone. Like, do you feel like group 4 people add a whole bunch of extra sauce onto marriage and kind of make it about all these things that it's not about? Or do you think that when you get married, especially as the masculine, you really should provide fully for, you know, the person you're marrying, including their skincare? Or what do you think providing is about? Because my opinion is, if you were doing something for your skin before this person came into your life, no. If you have a situation where you agree that that person should provide, I think it should be housing only. And then maybe like, yeah, your car note and stuff, the foundationals. But like your skincare, I don't know. That's just kind of lazy and greedy to me personally. Shout out to the girlies who are able to get it. And shout out to the ones who want it and feel like they deserve it. Good for you, boo. I think you deserve it too, honestly. But I personally would never. But y'all let me know, because I just feel like, you know, I'm not surprised people don't want to get married nowadays, because it seems like people are just going and going and going so far with what that means. And it's like, what? So y'all let me know. Maybe that's like my hot take. But anyways, we have, wait a minute, I'm doing the best that I can do with what I have. Isn't that enough? Oh my goodness, this person. We have, you give me the inspiration to carry on and be the best I can be. I'm thankful you're in my life. So it's so clear that this person is thankful to have you, thankful to have met you. They have a lot of doubt and fear, and most of it seems to be around what's expected of them, or most of it seems to be around like finances and what you require. I feel like having the conversation with them directly about what you would expect could help them, especially if you can make it seem like you're not talking directly to them. If you can make it seem like you're just kind of having casual conversation, and then you're just like, yeah, you know, honestly, if I get married, I just feel like, you know, if they want to provide, that should be, you know, my housing and my car. Anything beyond that, I would take care of. Just sliding that in as if it's not even about them, you know, I feel like could help, because that seems to be the main thing. It's like, and a lot of this, honestly, group 4, I don't even feel like you can internalize, because I feel like it's not you. I feel like it's truly their own insecurity. Spirit, what are their next moves? Where will it go for group 4? Okay, we got a helpful energy coming up. We got the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like that will help. You may be seeing some repeating 7s. We got the 7 of Cups and the 7 of Wands here. So yeah, not gonna lie, I do see you two getting an opportunity to see if you can make it work, but both of you may be rotational dating. 7 of Cups is like, I have options. So you either have options, or this person has options, or you both have options. And it's like, all right, if it's meant to be, then it will be. But I'm also talking to other people. We have the Queen of Pentacles reversed at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, they may not have enough to provide for you, actually. Like I said, listen, I believe the one thing that you can charge any price for in this life is you. But there is such a thing as, you know, someone just not having enough to provide or to meet those requirements. So I feel like both of you feel the attraction towards each other, and I do see them taking action to surprise you and to give you what you want. Also, just to clarify, this doesn't have to be material. I kind of went on a different conversation about marriage and materials, but this could also be emotions. Say you don't ask for anything financially. This could be like an emotional expectation that they feel or that you have of them. So this can literally apply it how it goes for you. Not everyone is requiring a whole lot on this person financially. It could be that they feel a need of emotional, you know, depth, and they are not sure that they have that. It could be whatever it is for you. So, you know, apply it to your way. But we have the Hermit with the 3 of Cups reversed. So I do see Spirit trying to align you guys together with that 3 of Cups. That could also be a card of celebration and going out. So they could be kind of causing a delay by being in Hermit mode. They could be causing a delay by looking at themselves as a self-improvement project, always feeling like they have to work on themselves and do the most. This could be causing a separation between the two of you. You two could be on a break at this time. What are they doing? I see them talking to other people while you're talking to other people, or one of you are talking to other people. We have the 5 of Wands with the Magician reversed. It seems like the energy is just so out of alignment between the two of you, or things have gotten so lost, you haven't been able to find your footing with this connection, that neither of you are forcing it. So I see the both of you kind of on a break, doing your own thing with the Magician in reverse and the Five of Wands. It could even be astrology. The Five of Wands in this deck has a lot to do with like the stars and the higher powers, etc. So I feel like both of you are recognizing, okay, whatever reason we haven't been able to connect or understand each other or get through to each other is irrelevant now. Let's just take a break. Wheel of Fortune, let's allow Spirit to bring us together. Nine of Wands reverse. If it's meant to be, it will be, but I'm not going to force it or carry the whole burden by myself. And I see both of you in that energy of not wanting to force things. So I see an energy of allowance here. Both of you are allowing things to come together slowly but surely. I just saw 1515 on the camera. I don't know off the top of my head what that one means, but that may be worth looking up. That may have a message for you. I see that they want to make it work. They're just not forcing it. So it seems like the both of you are kind of on a break at this time. And, it's kind of like let live and let God. Like you're allowing the higher power, the universe, to bring this together if it's meant to be. We got the Chariot reversed, the Seven of Pentacles, and the King of Cups. Okay. So it looks like on their end, King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, they're bringing things together. You know what? With the Chariot reversed, that could be an admission. You know what? Maybe I really am not what Group 3 would want at this time. So maybe I should make something of myself so I can be. I feel like this person is realizing where, sometimes misalignment is something that can be worked through and something that I can align myself into being. I feel like you feel attraction to this person from a heart space, but they have doubts that they can provide for you whatever you need, and they're working on themselves. Seven of Pentacles, King of Cups, to become that. We have the Chariot reverse. They're not forcing it. I feel like it would be a good idea to do like a clearing in this situation, a cleansing. You can do that at home, or I do have manifestation candles on my Etsy shop. I can do a clearing candle for you to, clear whatever may be holding you back or in the way, the stagnant energy, the old energy, the doubts, the fears, whatever it is for you. Or maybe doing a road opener so that you can open up that path for you guys to start that rekindling sooner rather than later. Whatever way you want to go with it. Spirit, what else can you tell us here? Now look at this. Yep. We got magnetic connection. It says there is a very strong pull and intensity that draws you towards this person. So there is a pull, a magnetic pull, that magnetism. It is internal. It's like there is a magnet at your core, and this person has the other half to that. You will always be led together. Spirit will always make a way for this to come to fruition. Ooh, but we got third party situation. Open yourself to others and take your power back. So Spirit is telling you to date. Put yourself in a win-win position. Third party situation says other people may be interfering with this relationship and divine timing, dimming its full potential. So if this person is dating, I feel like you should do that as well. And maybe you will see that there is someone who is ready and available to have what you're looking for right now. Open yourself to others says this is how you will create new friendships and attract a loving relationship. Take your power back says you are giving someone control over how you feel, and your happiness should only depend on you. So I feel like it's time for you to, be present in the moment and see what else is available to you. Open yourself up to other options and put yourself in a win-win position. So even if this connection falls through, you still get best case scenario. You still get your desired end goal. Be present says you will attract love by enjoying your life as it is. Wherever you are, be all there. You could even be closing yourself off subconsciously to options that are available and presenting themselves to you. That is what I have for you, Group 4. My Etsy shop is in the description. If you'd like your own private tarot reading, that is where you can find me. And that's what I got for you today. I'll talk to you soon.